it's Monday night. Got a severe thunderstorm rolling in. We're trying to get this field done. We just got this thin strip left, but I don't think we're gonna get it done. Unless if for some miracle it holds off, but I'm already getting rain on the windshield, so we'll see how it goes. Looks like the weather's supposed to set in for the rest of the week anyway, so can't do much about it. One thing about soybeans, they're not like corn. They can't take moisture. They'll just start soaking it up. They're very porous, or I don't know, they just have the ability to absorb a lot of moisture really quick. So we're starting to get rain now. We don't want to get too much wet. So we're gonna dump this off on carts, tarp them, and just, it sounds like it's gonna be a pretty wet weather week. So my full alarm went off now. I don't know if I'll be able to make it to the end. But yeah, that's where we're at. Top of the morning. It's a nice, beautiful sunny day out here today. We got a thin strip we didn't get quite done last night. It started raining on us. So, but today, while everything's dreary and drizzly and kind of rainy, I got a belt I need to replace on this. It's called the discharge beater belt, and so that's what I'm gonna do now. I'll try to open this up here real quick. But anyway, you can kind of see that this guy here's getting some cracks in it. So instead of maybe having to fix this in harvest, I'm gonna try to replace it now. I've never replaced one on the 670s. I might have replaced one time in the when I had my 9770, but it looks like I gotta just move this one off. Probably take this belt off here, off the inside, and then get it off this one out here. Might have to take these shields off here. I'll see. But what we got to do is release this tensioner here, and that should loosen it up enough, I'm guessing. You deer mechanics are probably yelling at me right now, but I'll eventually figure it out. You know, eventually after probably 8 hours. But I can charge 120 bucks a shop hour, right? Well, it's the mobile service, so I can add mileage and bill it to myself. It might last where it's double belted, but I'd rather do this on a day like today than on a good day where we're running hard. Plus, I'm sure something else will break down during that time, so knock on anything wood. No, I'll try to throw this new one on here. So I'm out here, I'll kind of show you the gist of what. Sorry, I had an O-ring blow out there, and so it just it was a windy day, and so yeah, it just made a mess. I'll have to blow that off sometime. This is what you call your feeder house of your combine. It comes in here through the head, goes up, there's a feed accelerator in there that throws it into the separator. I'll come back here. This up here, this is kind of right underneath the cab right there. This is the beginning of the separator, and it comes through here, and this is where most of the separation of the grain happens. And then it comes back down, and to kind of keep separating it from the good stuff from the bad, Let's turn these on. This is where the rest of it's kind of separated before it's blown out the back here. Anyway, you kind of got the belt that I was fixing is that discharge beater up there. That's the belt I was fixing for. And so these are called your chaffer and sieve. You got the top one here that does the coarser cleaning, and then the bottom one will come through and do the rest. And whatever it doesn't go through, it'll actually return it. This is your return, your tailings return, or your return auger, and then it'll send it back through that process there to get whatever you haven't threshed. Now, like on the Class 8s and Class 9s, they actually have a rethresher that kind of goes back up this way instead of this one, and so that's kind of a difference between a 670 and 680 or 780 or the new ones, whatever one you have. But that's just a quick look at the most superior threshing system on the market now. So for your non-farmers just trying to learn something, what's happening right now is the farmers that are watching are throwing their phones and throwing stuff at the TV, covering their kids' ears up. Their mom's coming in like, I thought I told them to watch a family-friendly program. Clearly he doesn't listen. So that's what's going on right now. Not sure why I said such careless things. I apologize. This is all while the gleaner guy's just sitting back counting his money from not having to fix his machine all the time. Nothing else gets me through the day better than stealing the Scotcheroos out of the wife's freezer. Yep. Sitting. So everything's sitting right now. I put a mirror on. We had a cracked mirror on a tractor, so I had to replace it. And so I'm heading back home now because we got about an inch of rain or so roughly in the area, give or take. Just depends on where you're at. So we're kind of shut down. I don't know, at least the rest of the day. Today's Wednesday. And I don't know if we'll get going tomorrow, maybe on some wet corn. Beans, it still might be wet. We'll just have to see how it goes. But no, we just been kind of tidying stuff up, figuring out what's where our weak spots are, and hopefully shoring those up so when it dries back out again we can kind of hit it hard. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the corn, if it keeps drying down or not, and you just never know. Days like today just kind of don't help the dry down process. And so yeah, that's what we're waiting on now, right now anyway. So this guy kind of got in trouble. I'm not driving very far, so don't worry. We're just kind of putting home, but he got into a mud. While I was on the mirror, he found a mud puddle anyway, so we got to go explain to Mom what happened. I'm trying to figure out a way to make it all his fault, but somehow I feel like it's going to come back on me. So that's what's going on now, guys, early this week. Hopefully we can get back at it and keep rolling. We'll see what happens. Thanks, guys. Later.